Do you pray? I'm sure you do. And what do you pray for? Why do you even pray? Did God ever give an answer to your prayers? Don't be silly. God doesn't listen to you. I'm not sure if He even exists. And even if He does exist somewhere out there, He probably has other things to take care of. Not to listen to your prayers, to your cries. So don't waste your time. God is not for you. Isn't that exactly what others were trying to convince blind Bartimaeus from the gospel this Sunday? The crowds tried to convince him that Jesus doesn't need his screaming. Jesus has other, more important things to take care of. You are just a poor blind beggar. So do what you were doing the best. Keep begging and don't bother the Lord. Be quiet. But he wasn't quiet, and he didn't listen to them. In fact, he cried and screamed even louder and louder. Welcome everyone, Father Chris. And that screaming paid off for Bartimaeus. He was noticed by Jesus, and Jesus called him over. And you know the story. What do you want me to do for you? Jesus asked. And Bartimaeus simply said, Master, I want to see. Jesus told him, Go your way, your faith has saved you. Immediately he received his sight and followed him on the way. What saved him, what saved Bartimaeus was his faith. He kept praying, he kept crying and screaming despite all those others that were telling him that it doesn't make any sense. Stop. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time either. Jesus won't do anything for you. Faith? What faith? Don't be silly. Sounds familiar? Don't you sometimes hear similar things from others? Even from your relatives and your friends? Why do you go to church? Why do you pray? Why do you keep asking God? He doesn't listen. Stop praying, stop screaming, stop crying. Don't waste your time nor the energy. Faith is for weak people. And then you may get discouraged. You may listen to their advice, especially when you call God even louder and stronger, but you don't hear back from Him. And on top of that, others make fun of you and say things like, I told you, God doesn't listen. There are many people who, because of what others had to say, stop praying, stop going to church, and even worse, stop believing only because others told them that it doesn't make sense. You and I, we need to remember that sometimes we will need to wait for a long time to God to open our eyes and make us able to see. Sometimes it's only because we don't have enough faith. And finally, we need to be prepared that there will be others telling us to stop, to be quiet, convincing us just like they tried to convince Bartimaeus that God doesn't care, doesn't listen, or doesn't exist. Also convincing us that we need to remain blind, we don't need to see. But that is not true. We need to be able to see that God is truly present in my life, in the lives of others. We need to be able to see that others need God too. We can either listen to others and keep being blind, or we can have faith and have our eyes fully opened. It is up to you and to me. So don't stop screaming and calling God, even when others tell you to shut up, and even if others want you to remain blind. So let's go to work. God bless you.